Hi, my name is Alex and I made $219,180 off of buying a Tesla Model 3. Now, I know it sounds way too good to be true. Of course I'm too good to be true. Look at me, of course I'm too good to be true. But seriously, I'm gonna break down the math. It's real. I have an Excel spreadsheet. I'm breaking down every little detail, Barney style, because I know you failed math in high school, and we're gonna go over exactly how you could pull it off. Anyone can do this and actually make money off of buying a car. I'm gonna show you all the details. Also, I wanna give a review on the Tesla Model 3 because this is actually a really, really good car and saves a lot of time. So all of those details and more, keep watching. All right, so I'm gonna go over some of the features of the car because I know you guys are interested. Now, this is not a tech review in any way, shape, or form because I am not a tech YouTuber, but I wanna go over the pros and cons that are actually relevant to me because I'm an entrepreneur, I trade cryptocurrency, so I value my time and I know the value of an hour. So, this car for me, one of the biggest benefits is that it saves me a lot of time. So again, it's not gonna be a tech review where I'm going over specs because no one really cares, right? What I want to do is talk about the specific pros and cons that are actually unique to me. So the first thing is the range, 263 miles. And I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're accelerating in this car, which the acceleration is amazing, you probably want to get something more than the 110 volt outlet charger that the Tesla Model 3 comes with, okay? So you might want to get the 220 volt connection to your house because it's very annoying to go to one of these Tesla charging stations and actually wait 30 to 45 minutes for an actual charge to go through. And it's super annoying to leave it at one of the standard, generic charging stations and it take 4 hours for you to charge your Tesla. So you want to have something that works from home. So every time you leave your house, you have the max range of 263 miles. Now, fortunately for me, I only drive about 15 minutes to work and from work, and that's all I really do. So I don't really need the 220 volt connection to my house, but I thought I'd let people know about that. That's probably one of the only issues. Now, the top speed is 140 miles per hour. Now, it's really interesting because people always look for top speed. I don't think that's the best way to evaluate a car because in life, realistically, nobody's going 140 miles per hour. What's most likely happening is you're accelerating and decelerating to get to point A to B as quickly as possible, right? So this is where I love the fast takeoff, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. It's not that fast compared to his other models, the Model S, but I think it's amazing and it's one of the best features of the car. Now, it does come with these card keys, but I use the phone key. That's the best way to do it. Once I get in the vicinity of the car and it connects via Bluetooth, the car automatically unlocks. Now, when I leave the vicinity of the car automatically locks. So I think that's a really great feature to save me time. I don't have to worry about holding keys anymore. And basically, I can never go back again. Literally, I try to drive other cars with keys and it is literally a nuisance to me now. So I will say that the no key feature of this car is amazing. Also, one thing to note is the car automatically unlocks and the AC turns on and the car automatically starts. So there is no starting mechanism. There is no push to start. There is no key ignition to start the car. It automatically starts once you get close to it, which is a really, really great feature with the Tesla to save time for entrepreneurs. Now, of course, it has the other features like the seat heating, AC control feature to actually control the airflow in a really unique experience. But this is what's true to my heart, which is the USB-C chargers that work with my MacBook. So if you guys know, I specifically have a MacBook that I use to work on the go. And they have a USB-C charger in the back of the car that's amazing, that actually charges the laptop fast, not slow. It actually charges it as if it's connected to a regular 110 volt wall in your house. That is one of the best features I can ask for in a car because I never have to worry about charging my laptop for long road trips or anywhere. I know I could always get my charge on my MacBook, so that's great. Another key feature of this car is the elegant design and simplicity. There's not that many buttons. If you know, entrepreneurship gets crazy. There's so many different variables of a business that it's almost better to take things away than to add more to your life. So minimalism is the exact vibe of this car. They have it very easy for you. Everything is on the screen and very, clean. if you look at the actual steering wheel, it's literally like a gaming controller. So it feels normal, it feels really smooth, and this is one of the best features by far, is that it's elegant and simple. This car has no distractions. Another great feature that you could obviously tell is one of my favorite is the all glass roof. Obviously, you get to stare up at the stars at night and you get to get the sunlight, but it doesn't really, burn you. Like, I live in Florida.
It's getting hot in here. Wait, I can't swim.
So the tinting they put at the top was amazing. The panoramic view is amazing, and it makes it feel like a real luxury car with the all-glass roof. Now, of course, probably the best part of the car is the 15-inch center display. This 15-inch center display is amazing, and the reason I say this is because the UI UX is simple. It allows you to change different features of the car, and it makes it feel like it's the future. And you guys know I'm a tech nerd. I'm in, decentralization. I'm in cryptocurrency. So this is what I like, and it makes me feel like I bought a computer, not a car. And I'm not a car guy, so it just makes sense for a person like me. Another great feature is the wireless charger for the smartphones right in the front. And they actually thought about this charger pretty deep, I can tell, because the phone is in your direct vision. So you laying your phone on this charger allows you to not only look at the notifications in your phone seamlessly, but it actually charges your phone. This is not a cheap charger that you get from Amazon for $15. This wireless charger charges your phone as fast as the OEM version from Apple. So this is what I love about Tesla. They don't go cheap on the things that matter most, and we all know that charging our phone is a big part of a car, and you don't have to buy like some third-party cigarette lighter charger, right? So it's great. Another great feature that saves a lot of time is driver profiles. You can set exactly where your seat is going to be, the mirrors, the music preference, pretty much every variable that you could tweak in this car to a driver profile. So I switch between Gabby, my girlfriend, and myself all the time, and it easily allows me to go exactly to where I was when I left it. So this makes it super smooth and saves a lot of time for me and my girlfriend, and I think it's a great feature. Another amazing feature of this car is a music system. It's literally the best I have ever had in a car stock, right? I don't have to change anything. It literally sounds like a cinema. They have this fully immersive surround system that makes you feel like you're actually in the movie. So when I'm charging my car at the Tesla charging station, it actually feels like it's a good time. I feel like I'm in a drive-in movie theater, and the screen is definitely big enough to actually sit there and watch a Netflix episode or any type of TV experience. You could watch one of my YouTube videos if you guys want on the Tesla Model 3. Definitely do that. But just joking, guys, of course. Now, I want to get in a little bit to the self-driving features because it is the package I purchased. I wanted to get the full self-driving capabilities, which brings up one of my cons. Now they are basically recalling the cars and upcharging you to these new sensors. I believe they're using a camera, a new type of camera system that you have to upgrade the car to get the further extension of the self-driving feature. This is one of the cons of this car because I paid for the package. I should get the complete thing. Because you upgraded it literally 6 months after I purchased my car does not mean I should have to pay more for this self-driving feature, especially if you upcharge this when you're buying the car, which does happen on the actual website. They upcharge you for the self-driving. So I didn't get the complete one. I have the old version. Even though it does work pretty good, it makes automatic turns for you. It stops at red lights and stop signs, and it's pretty on point. I do not feel comfortable letting the self-driving feature completely take over. And there has been times where it bugged out and I had to take over the wheel. And it's not something you should be putting your faith into, just to give you guys a heads up. And of course, we have the battery and charging emissions that are environmentally friendly. Now, it's not one of the biggest reasons why I bought the car, but it's always great to feel good about the environment. Now, one of the last pros before I go into some of the cons is the handling. Wow, the handling is amazing. The tires are one of the greatest tires by far. I can move left to right. One time I accidentally took a corner at 60 miles per hour. I had no issues at all. And it feels really low to the ground. And I think it's because the battery is like where your feet is. Like the battery takes up the whole bottom of the car. So all the weight, the center point of gravity is really close to the ground, which makes this car's handling superior and unmatched. I have never seen or felt a car this good. It feels like literally like a little go-kart, and I can move in and out of anywhere I want to. So That handling mixed with the acceleration makes it very, very efficient to get to your destination in a realistic way in a city commute or like a less than 30-minute drive without reaching max speeds of 140 miles per hour. It allows you to get from point A to Z very, very fast and efficient. I think that's the best way to really save time. And you guys know I love time. So if I could buy a car that saves me 10 minutes on my commute, every month for the next 10 years, that pays off big for me. So I know it sounds small, but it adds up in the future. So let's talk about some of the cons. Number one, the manufacturing is a little bit wishy-washy. Basically, my girlfriend has a little problem closing the door because it doesn't like seamlessly close. And I think that's because Tesla's a relatively new company. There are little paint scratches and the paint quality is not up to standard. I've read that the build quality has issues, and I do experience that with the doors right now. This is also a big negative for me. I don't know why they did this, but the frunk, which is the front trunk, does not have a button to open it. So the only way I can open this is if I actually open up my app. I have to open up my app or go in my car and click the button to open up the frunk. I know that sounds like not that big of a deal, but if you go to the back of the car, there's a button and it makes it extremely convenient to open my trunk whenever I want. I don't want to have to log into my phone and open the Tesla app just to open the frunk. And the consequence of this is that I do not use my frunk that much. I don't use my frunk because it's just so much more convenient to throw things in the back. So that's pretty much it. And just to finish it up, the cons of charging, of the amount of time it takes to charge a car is obvious. I talked about that a little bit in the beginning. So in general, this car is one of the best cars I ever driven in my life. And I will probably buy the next Tesla when it does come out. I'm looking to buy the actual truck, the Cybertruck, or maybe the new plaid Tesla Model S. These are the greatest cars ever, in my personal opinion, but maybe it's because I'm a nerd. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I know I didn't go over everything, but that was not the purpose. Let's talk about exactly how I made a whole bunch of money on buying this car.
Hey everyone, this is Bailey, back with Alex's finances, I guess. Not financial advice, but Alex took out a $57,750 loan from Celsius at a 1% interest rate back in March to pay for his Tesla. So what he did was that he put this much ETH and this much Bitcoin in collateral. So that's about $231,000 at the time. ETH was $1,600 and Bitcoin was $51,445. Alex did this because he didn't want to sell his crypto and pay those capital gains tax. But instead, if you take out a loan, it's not a taxable event. So you save tax money. So at this rate of borrowing $57,750 and putting up this much in collateral, that's a loan to value ratio of 25%, meaning the loan was worth 25% of the collateral. So it's a pretty safe loan. And that's why Celsius gives us a 1% interest rate, which is by far one of the best rates I've ever seen. So he did that on March 25th. Then in August, because ETH had appreciated so much, Celsius gave him the option to do a reverse margin call so he could take out some of his collateral in ETH and just get it back early because they didn't need that much money in ETH because the collateral just increased in price so much. So once he did that, and that about a few days later, so this was a 6-month loan in total, but in September 14th, he repaid the Bitcoin amount, and then he repaid the ETH amount. So he repaid the loan, did all of that, and how much did he save or like net profit? So on September 15th, if you subtract out the initial collateral and the loan amount, that's how much he made. But now that we're in November 2nd, 2021, and Bitcoin's at $63,384, and ETH is about $4,474.42, we can see that the net profit after collateral, after the loan, and after the tiny 1% interest rate, the amount that he netted was $219,180.89. So he was basically paid to buy a Tesla. And that's a great 94.88% profit on the initial collateral of $231,000. So net profit, $200K, all in a 6 months time. And these are the loans. Like he got this Bitcoin loan, he got this ETH loan, and got some of it back, collateral out using the reverse margin call. And then this is the final ETH repayment. So he put on some ETH, got a loan for Tesla, made a couple $100,000. Okay, that's it. Back to Alex.